Well, it's officially here. Modern Warfare has officially launched around the globe as of when this video goes live. I'm sure a lot of you guys are currently, hopping into your first matches right now. Some of you guys might be out at the stores, picking up your physical copies. Some of you guys may not get the game for the next couple of days. Whatever's happening, the game is here, it's available, it's done. Like all the hype leading up until this point, all of the excitement, all of the pressure, the beta and the devs collecting data and just trying to perfect this thing. Like it is there, we have what we have, and from this point forward, it's going to be all about post-launch support and how things are supported, how weapons are balanced, how new content's added in, that sort of thing. But we have the official game, it's done, and I wanted to tell you guys what I thought. So obviously I did a kind of a first impressions type review on the game after I went to the preview event a few months ago, and it was an honest review. Like there were some good things happening. There were some bad things happening. I gave you guys my honest impressions, and overall, like I was positive about the game, but I wasn't like mega hyped about the game. I think would be kind of like my final, place where I was at. So where am I now? I want to give you guys kind of final thoughts as of the launch of the game. Obviously, things can go wild and crazy as the post-launch support progresses, but I want to let you guys know where I'm at. And long story short, I am a little more positive. I should probably tell you guys that I went out to LA last week and I played the game. They had like 40 or so YouTubers out there. They put us up in a hotel. It was such a great event, dude. It was the best capture event I've been to. We were all in the hotel, and the actual capture like stations and stuff were also at the hotel in the ballroom. Usually you have to take a bus to an event for like 4 hours one night, but this was like, we flew in Friday. You could start capturing Friday night. We had like 7 p.m. till 1 a.m. and then all of Saturday you could capture whatever you wanted, and then Sunday before your flight left you could capture what you wanted. And it was kind of structured, like there'd be multiplayer times and like single player times, which I didn't play the single player because I didn't want to spoil that. I wanted to do a let's play and not have my reactions be fake or anything. And then also we played a little bit of Spec Ops towards the end. So there was a little bit of structure, but like during multiplayer times, you could hop into the multiplayer matches with other people. You could hop in a private match and mess around with the guns. You could set up 2v2s with your friends. You could do literally anything you wanted. So basically I had a day and a half of uncontested play with the game, which was really cool. It gave me a good feel for it, and I want to share with you guys kind of where I'm at. This video is definitely going to focus on the multiplayer because that's where the replayability is. I mean, campaign, most people are going to play through it once and then that's it. Spec Ops, you're going to maybe play through the missions with your friends once and that's kind of it. Multiplayer is where everything's going to be. If you guys want like a quick little review of campaign and Spec Ops, like I said, I didn't play campaign at the actual event. I have since started it here at home. I haven't finished it yet, but after what I played, I'm absolutely blown away. It is one of the most intense, shocking, just jaw-dropping campaigns that I've ever played. Like I've got a feeling this is going to be a top 3 campaign in all of Call of Duty. I'm actually doing a Let's Play over on my second channel, so make sure you guys check that out. It's going to be linked down in the description. But yeah, campaign is amazing. 2 thumbs up from me. As for Spec Ops, that's a little bit tougher. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. So there are 4 missions available currently, and I played one of the 4. So I'm not really in a position to be able to give it a hard review. I will say that one mission, like, it was pretty good. Like I played with 3 other friends and we were communicating and stuff, so that was good. And there was a storyline there, and they had cutscenes and stuff, but like it did kind of feel a little repetitive at times. Like it kind of felt like go to this building and kill this guy and get the intel, and then go to this building and then kill the guy and get the intel, and then go back to the original building and kill the guy and get the intel, or like a building behind the original building. So like it felt like you were just ping-ponging back and forth to random objectives. It didn't feel like it had a lot of like I didn't care about it. Like the campaign, you really care about the characters and what's happening in the story. I didn't really care. It was just kind of like mindless running around and shooting enemies relentlessly that were coming at you nonstop. I think some of the other missions might be more interesting. Like there's the one plane mission we've seen in the trailers and stuff, so hopefully those are a little bit better. And I think they also have plans to release more missions as the year goes on. So I'm hoping we kind of get to like a GTA heist type level of storyline and stuff, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. And like I said, I haven't really played enough to give that a solid review. So anyway, like I said, focus on the multiplayer. Let's get into this. We're gonna start at the top with guns. I mean, the guns, the customization, the attachment, stuff like that. You guys know this is absolutely insane. Like, it's the best we've ever had in any Call of Duty, from the selection available, from the visuals and the sounds and the realism and the feel of them. I mean, there are so many crazy attachments you can put on these things. Some guns up to 60 options. You could put like paint cans on the end of your pistols for suppressors. You can put crazy long stocks and extended barrels on your shotguns with a sniper scope to be able to turn it into a sniper. You can turn AK-47s into 74Us or RPDs if you want. We've seen some of this customization in the beta, and I've talked about it in previous videos, so I don't want to go too deep into it, but like, the customization is there. The weapons are there. The weapons feel fairly balanced, but they're not on a level playing field. And I was actually talking with one of the devs that works on the guns, and I don't want to go into details here because I don't know what I can share. But basically, their idea is like, not to have everything perfectly balanced. Like, have everything be able to work. If you unlock the right attachments for that gun and become proficient with the recoil and like kind of learn and understand the gun, you can be successful with it. But not that everything is blanket, like trying to make it the same. You know what I mean? Like, not all weapons are gonna be balanced. Some are gonna be harder to use than others. You just have to learn how to use them in the right ways, which I think is kind of cool. I don't like it when like, the guns don't feel like they have a personality. You know what I mean? The guns in this game definitely have a personality, and I think it's one of the strongest points of the multiplayer. It's just the gunplay and the gunsmith and stuff like that. Kill streaks, I mean, don't have to spend too long on this. You guys have seen all the kill streaks in the beta. They're super solid. I did mess around with the specialist package a little bit at this event. Honestly, I felt like it was kind of worthless. It's just like the perks in this game, I feel like, aren't the greatest. Like, I feel like the perks back in like Modern Warfare 3 were so much more useful to have all of them than some of the perks you get in this game. So I don't know, specialists seem kind of pointless to me, but overall the main kill streaks feel really good. As for modes, obviously we've seen a lot of these in the beta and stuff. Don't want to spend too long here, but so we've got classics with a few new like cyber attack and stuff. I hope they continue to add things in. I hope we get stuff like gun game and sticks and stones and other fun modes. Maybe there's going to be some sort of way to bring community modes in. If you guys remember back in the day, we had like all or nothing in Modern Warfare 3, I think it was. So like, if we could get some more stuff like that, that could be interesting. Realism mode, I mean, it's really cool, but I feel like it's kind of gimmicky. I don't know, it's all about personal preference. A lot of hardcore players are probably really gonna like that. 2v2, easily one of my favorite modes. So much fun. I can't wait to see all the things they're going to do with this. I'm sure there's going to be like community tournaments. You can set up your own tournaments with your friends. There's going to be like crazy, game battles, ladders and stuff with these. So I'm really excited about the opportunities for 2v2. I hope they continue to support that and bring out more maps. I like Ground War a lot. I mean, we played the Quarry map and the beta, and then Tovorsk District, which I uploaded gameplay on earlier today, is really insane. I'm excited to see what else they have in store with us in terms of the big team battles. And speaking of that, I think we could potentially be getting more post-launch modes. Like, obviously we're gonna get like 6v6 modes and stuff, but like in terms of a whole new like section of modes, obviously there's the rumors of the big map mode. So potentially a battle royale, or potentially a 200 player, like 100 versus 100 giant war map, which could be kind of cool. If either one of those come out, I'm kind of excited, and I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens. It's just kind of rumors at this point. So moving on to gameplay. Overall, some good things happening here. I mean, starting off, we've got cross progression, so you rank up across all modes, campaign, Spec Ops, and multiplayer all at once. So that's really nice, dude. Like, it feels like anytime you're doing something, you're helping level up your character for multiplayer. So like, if you're playing through Spec Ops, you're like, oh yeah, I just unlocked this new attachment for this weapon. I'm gonna be able to use that in multiplayer. It's really cool. Not to mention, whatever you earn in like PlayStation also goes over to PC or Xbox if you're playing on those different platforms, which is awesome. Cross-play, being able to play amongst all the platforms, is great as well. The mini-map, I'm so happy they brought it back. That was easily my biggest complaint in the last review. It's the thing that I thought was gonna kill the game if they didn't add it back, and they did. They listened to the community, you know, they saw the feedback from the betas and stuff, and people are very, very happy about that, myself included. Obviously, it's not the same minimap we've always had. The red dots don't show up on there when enemies shoot unsilenced weapons, but I don't even think you need that. Like, I'm not trying to chase red dots all day. I like having a minimap to see where myself and my teammates are positioned. Adding it back was a great call. It definitely helped out with some of the camping. It increased the speed of the game a little bit, and I think overall it's a very good thing. Now, speaking of that, that's honestly probably where my biggest concern is. It's just like the speed of the gameplay, the gunplay, stuff like that. Like, it's really different, and I think a lot of us started to get kind of used to it with the beta, and we might continue to, and it might end up being a great thing, it might end up being a bad thing. This is just something we're gonna have to wait for it and find out what's going on. But like, the gameplay can be kind of slow at times, but then you've got really fast gunfights. Like, yeah, it feels like every weapon kills in 2 or 3 shots. There's not really an overpowered weapon because it feels like everything is a little bit overpowered, and that can be kind of fun, like that can be good, but at the same time, it does kind of reward a little bit slower style of play, making sure you get that first shot. The gunfights aren't drawn out, so really a lot of times first shot wins. I don't know, it's interesting, it's different. We'll have to wait and see how it plays out. You know, a lot of people kind of tend to camp. We did see quite a bit of camping in the betas, especially the first beta, and they have helped out with that with the addition of the mini-map, and they had a lighting update, which you guys might notice in some of these gameplays here. When people were like up in windows and dark windows and stuff, and you couldn't really see them, you could only see their name outlined, that's pretty much done away with. That you kind of have like a little bit more of an outline around the enemy so you can see them a little bit better, or like, you know, dark windows, dark corners, anything like that. They stick out a little bit more, which is nice. I'm really glad they added that. But I think overall, like, there is still going to be a tendency for people to kind of sit and wait rather than go out and explore. And I don't know, it's going to be interesting to see how that shakes out. It's going to be something they're going to have to toy with. You know, the pace of the game is going to fluctuate throughout the year, but I'm just a little bit worried about that. I think people might get a little bit frustrated, but who knows? I guess we'll find out a month from now when the honeymoon period is over. So, yeah, moving on to that, the honeymoon period and stuff like that. Like, what happens afterwards? You know what I mean? Like, obviously, today is the first day of launch. People are going to love it for the first couple weeks. But what happens then? That is up to Infinity Ward. And I must say, based off of the betas and stuff so far, they've been very attentive. They've been listening to us. They've been taking feedback and actually implementing it into the game right then and there. Case in point with the minimap. So that's really cool. That's a good sign. Most devs do that when the game is first coming out. The question is how long are they going to be doing that? And also, what else do they have up their sleeves? Obviously, there's no season pass, which is awesome. If we're going to get regular content coming out that we all can play all at the same time on cross-platform with your friend, no matter what console or what platform he's on, that's going to be amazing. People are going to be very excited about that. Obviously, they did say just recently, no supply drops or RNG. Anything that actually affects the game, like a new weapon or a new attachment or anything like that, is going to be unlocked by playing. If that's the case, and like one day they drop a new weapon and everybody gets excited about it and everybody runs out to play with it and there's tons of hype all over social media, that's going to be great. Fortnite's done such a good job with that. So if we get that this year with COD, that's going to be amazing. We've got the battle pass, so if we have some really cool skins and stuff that we can work towards earning, and you can either buy by buying the tiers or level up yourself, that's going to be cool as well. Like, it's honestly, like I said in that last video, it feels like it's too good to be true. I really hope that the post-launch support and the DLC keeps up like they've said it's going to be, because if that's the case, I think we have one of the best COD games we've ever had. Now, I know that is a bold statement. I know it is, but I feel like we're kind of on the verge of something amazing here. And it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out, or if the issues with the camping and the rate of the gameplay and some of the connection issues and stuff we saw in the beta persist, then it could go completely the other way. But I feel like we do have a shot at a really, really good game here. And I think it started as a pretty good game, and I think they've definitely improved it in the past couple months. And it's got a lot of promise here, all right? It's got a lot of promise. I'm not gonna go out there and say it's the best game ever. I'm saying it could potentially be among some of the best Call of Duties ever. Now saying that, hold on. I'm sounding like old, 2011 super excited T Martin. Let me just burst the bubble real quick, okay? Saying that this game has a lot of promise and it could potentially be a really good COD, that's fine. That doesn't mean that people want that though. You know what I mean? Like, COD has been around for a very long time. People are getting tired of COD. People are looking for something else. That's kind of me included. I wasn't super stoked on the game at the first capture event. Like, I kind of went into it like, bro, I'm kind of bored of COD. Like, I'll check it out, I'll see what happens, but I'm kind of bored of COD. And it was like, it was pretty good. Like, I kind of had some fun with it, but I was also like, it's just COD. Like, I'd rather go and play some of my fun Let's Plays and random little games and stuff like that. And then they invited me back to this capture event, and I went, and I was like, you know what, at times I actually had some of those old feelings, like those giddy feelings where you're having fun with your friends and stuff. And there were times where I was really feeling it. Like, I was really enjoying it. I was having fun. It brought back some of those memories and some of those feelings I used to have when I was obsessed with the game. And it's all I thought about, and it's all I wanted to play, and all I wanted to make videos on and stuff like that. But those times weren't all the time. You know what I mean? It also came with the frustrations. It came with, I've been playing this game for the last 10 years. Oh my gosh, I shot him so many times. How did he not die? He shot me around the corner, stuff like that. You know, like the same old problems that we've always had with COD. And I don't know, man. Like, I don't think it's one of those games, at least for me personally, that I'm gonna like obsess over. It's not gonna be like an old school Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2 style, just because I don't think any COD game is gonna do that again. I really don't. Like, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I don't think we're ever gonna get back to those nostalgic feelings. If you can, then that's amazing. Or like maybe somebody who's relatively new to the series and hasn't played a ton of CODs, I think this is gonna be a fantastic one for them, and maybe they can get to that point where they obsess over it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get there. I really don't. Maybe I'm selling this game short and it's gonna end up taking me over, but I really don't think it's gonna happen. However, I do think it's gonna be one of those games that can be good and your overall, kind of pile. You know what I mean? Like, there's always those games that you reach for and you play a little bit more than the others. I think this is going to be a game that I reach for. I think I am going to play it. I think I am going to check out the new weapons when they come out and stuff. I don't think it's going to be something that I would be playing every single day and making videos on every single day, but like, having some fun in 2v2 and in the war modes, checking out some of the new updates and weapons when they come out in DLC and stuff like that, maybe playing a little bit of competitive, stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not really like a pub grinder anymore, and I feel like a lot of people are kind of in that same boat. I think it's healthy to have other games to play. I think for a long time, all of us were only playing COD, and I think that this could be a good kind of like addition to your plethora of games that you play, not like all that you play. At least that's kind of where I'm at. Like I said, you guys could be in a totally different spot, but overall, that's kind of my review. Like, I think if I could sum all of this up into one sentence, a TLDR, too long didn't read, or I guess TLDW, too long didn't watch, I think we have a good game here. I think we've got a really good foundation. I applaud IW for what they've done so far, and I think it shows a lot of promise. I think with solid post-launch support and exciting new additions and stuff like that, I think we could have one of the greatest COD games we've ever had. However, at the end of the day, it's just Call of Duty. And that's kind of where I was at on my last review. Like, you could have the most perfect game ever, but we have all been playing the same, like, it's a different formula. The formula mixes things up every year, and we have slightly different, changes to it, but we're playing the same concoction every single year, and I just feel like it's kind of getting played out. I think it has been for a while. I think we've been kind of going like this. I think this is going to be a little blip up, and who knows what happens in the future years, but I feel like COD is a little played out. This is a great example of it, but it's still just COD, and that's kind of where I'm at, and it makes me sad. I wish I could go back to those days of running home from school, bagel bites in the microwave, you know, talking trash on COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2 and stuff with my friends. But it's just, I feel like it's never going to get back to that point. I don't know. Maybe I'm a negative Nancy. Maybe I'm a pessimist, but that's kind of where I'm at. So let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the game. You know, like I said, I am going to be making videos on it. I am going to be having fun with it. I don't think it's going to be like a daily, you know, crazy tips and tricks, super in-depth, breaking down the weapons, looking at all the stats type year or anything like that. But I am going to have fun with it, and I'm excited to kind of add it to my rotation of games that I play. So hope you guys enjoyed the review. Drop a like. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Give me your own personal review. Did you agree with me here? Did you disagree with me? Is there something else I should have talked about? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.